Hey all, today I'm doing a video on 3 reasons why you should quit your job. That is, if you don't like it. Number one is because you will get more focused on what you do love. A lot of times we're in jobs where we're just doing it to get the money, get the paycheck, and of course that's so important. I mean, how can you live if you don't have the money that you need to have a roof over your head or food in your mouth? It can be hard and daunting, but the truth of the matter is that when you leave, you create room for doing what you do love, and you create that space to do what you love, and the money will come. When I left my job, I was freaking out, afraid that I wouldn't have food or money, and that's just not the case. Food is always around us. We can always do almost whatever it takes to get food. I, for example, found programs where if I worked at their place and learned about sustainability, I also was able to eat the food that was grown on the land. There's just a lot of different things out there, and we don't know about it until we look. Number two, and if you want to learn more about that, let me know. Also, a little distracting, my mouth is blue. I had some organic blueberries and it stained my mouth. Number two would be to, tacking on to number one, is to do what you love. So a lot of times we don't do what we love and say we'll do it later, or what we're doing now is tolerable. And that's okay. It's understandable because a lot of times we don't know what we want. But how do we know what we want if we don't know what we want? It's a funny catch-22, and I think if you know that what you're doing now is not something you want or love, then that's an indicator that it's not what you love, and therefore you can try something else. For me, I didn't dislike what I was doing. I like what I did, and I still do it for fun. I just didn't like, say, the environment. That's valid. What you do then would be change the environment, or I realized I like talking to people more, so I put myself in situations where I spoke to more people. And now I'm in a situation where I'm realizing I like talking to people, but I don't necessarily like getting my hands wet, literally. So it's something to think about. But sometimes it's interesting because the environment I love. Just have to think about the pros and cons and what it means to you. And that leads me to my third point of um, just so that you can live life without regret. I think that a lot of times I ask people what you would do if you had 3 weeks to live, and a lot of times the answer is I would leave my job and then maybe travel or talk to family, etc., etc. But these are things that are not being done today, and you never know how long you'll live. So, what if you live till tomorrow? Then I would say quit your job, call family. You're not doing that now, do that now. Um, visit them. Life's not just short for you, life is short for everyone else. We're all here, luckily, have met each other, love each other, and we need to share that as much as possible. And I would say do the thing that you want. For me, currently, I love to travel, so I do everything that I can to travel and try to gain money to sustain that lifestyle. I don't necessarily need to travel extravagantly. I do enjoy nice dinners and nice hotels, but I also enjoy camping, and I enjoy, on my last trip, I learned how to use compost toilets, and I'm very comfortable being one with nature. I'm still working on being okay being alone, I would say, but it's always a work in progress, and I'm always happy that I'm working towards something I'm uncomfortable with, because at the end of the day, it's not as bad as you think. So, those are the three reasons why I think you should leave your job if you don't like it. Um, and I think, honestly, you should try it. And if you don't want to try it, I think you should do something you really love on top of the job that you may not like, and maybe you'll enjoy what you do. All right, hope that helps.